back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little different than the usual. This is still going to be a full tutorial, but I also wanted to do a review and kind of first impressions video on the new Kat Von D Serpentina palette. I don't usually do reviews, but I figured since it's my first time using the palette today, I would go ahead and give you guys my honest feedback. Before we jump right into the tutorial, let me give you a quick rundown on what this palette is all about. So this palette contains 2 matte shades, and the rest are going to be like a metallized like shimmer finish. I really like the concept of this palette, the fact that she threw in so many color tones. I think they're great quality, very buttery and easy to blend, and the pigmentation in these metallized ones are out of this world. Another thing that really sold me on this palette was definitely the pigment. I swatched it in store and I was like, yep, I'm taking this home. So I really was impressed with the formulation of the pigment. Overall is a great palette. If you are a fan of color or like to add a little pop of color here and there, this is going to be a great palette for you. I cannot wait to dip into the rest of these colors and create more tutorials for you guys. For today, I wanted to do something a little bit more on the neutral side, and like I said, I was sold on this pigment, so I had to use it. I really hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial you are about to watch, and if you do, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any new videos that I post on my channel. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. So to begin, I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NW15 to set our base, which is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. Then I'm taking Makeup Geek's Chikadee shadow, and we're going to use this as a transition shade. I mentioned I used 2 additional matte shades that were not in this palette because I felt like I definitely needed more mattes in order to complete this look. So we're just going to work this into the crease to warm things up a bit. Going in with my Coastal Scents Hot Pot in the shade Dark Mango, we're going to go ahead and apply this into the crease over top of that transition shade. If you haven't tried any of the Coastal Scent Hot Pots, you definitely have to check them out. They're super affordable and the quality is amazing. So we're just going to continue building this color up until it's as deep as we want it to be. So most of the time I go for more of a blown out look, so here I'm just taking my brush and feathering this outwards. And yes guys, we're going to go ahead and take some Scotch tape and we're going to go ahead and apply that to the outer perimeter of our eye. Then we're going to take the shade Blood Milk from the Serpentina palette and we're going to start building that color. I love using tape because it's super easy if you're on the go or if you're struggling with really creating a sharp line, or even with your liner. This is a perfect trick. You're going to have to definitely try it out. So the brush I'm using to do this is my MAC 217 brush, and you guys are going to notice I didn't fast forward this part because I really want you guys to see the motions that I do. I do more of a windshield wiper motions, and then I slowly start doing small circular motions to blend the color out and diffuse any harsh edges. So I'm taking this brown sparkle tone in the palette. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name because I'm going to butcher it. But we're going to take this with our Makeup Addiction's tapered blending brush, and we're slowly going to start building the outer corners of our eyes to add a little bit more depth and smokiness to the look. Going in with my Sigma small tapered blending brush, this is the E45, we're going to slowly start adding a little bit more definition and focusing this mainly on the outer portion. With my 217 again, I'm going to go back in with Blood Milk and just diffuse that brown so that it's not too harsh and dark. You sometimes lose intensity when going in and blending, so that's why I'm just kind of reinforcing that brown again and working that more into the crease. So for the crease, I'm going to go ahead and take the Urban Decay Eden Primer, and we're going to go ahead and prime our lid. I'm just taking any small flat brush and we're slowly going to start kind of cutting the crease. Once again, this is more of like a half cut crease similar to my previous eye tutorial, so the same technique will be used here. Like I mentioned before, it takes a lot of time and patience and a lot of practice, but once you continue to do this technique, you will get it down in no time. So now it's time for the star of the show, which is the Kat Von D Pigment in the shade Profit. We're going to go ahead and layer this right over top of the primer, and I'm doing more of a patting motion. Keep in mind, I did wet my brush with Fix Plus to intensify the pigment, and this pigment layers beautifully. So I'm just very carefully applying this on, and the color payoff is gorgeous. It's definitely one of my favorite colors in the palette. Here I'm just taking a more detailed brush and just blending those two colors so that the gold has something to blend into. So I'm just adding a tiny bit more of that dark brown. Now for liner, I went ahead and took my NYC Black Liquid Liner, and I kept the tape on for the purpose of showing you guys how easy this is. With the tape, it just helps you perfect your wing, especially if you're struggling with that wing liner. This is the bomb. Definitely try this technique. You guys can see that sharp edge, and then I just extend it out more and perfect it when I take the tape off. Moving on to complexion, I'm going to go ahead and start concealing using the L'Oreal True Match Concealer. I've been currently obsessing over this. It's more of my natural skin tone. It's not too brightening, but I'm okay with that, being that I use a translucent powder over top of it anyway. And I've really been loving the formula of this concealer. To help blend this out even more, I'm taking my Far Solid Rose Gold Elixir and taking a few drops and blending that into the concealer. If you struggle with blending out cream product, try using a beauty oil. It really helps hydrate the skin and blend everything out seamlessly. Now we're going to take our Laura Mercier translucent powder and we're going to set our entire face. I'm not necessarily going to bake today. I just felt like setting my entire face with this powder since it's translucent and it's very lightweight. For bronzer, I'm taking the Hoola bronzer by Benefit with the brush that it comes with. I'm a really big fan of this brush. I think it's perfect for contouring and chiseling the cheekbones. I'm just going to bronze the skin with this and contour as well. I also really like this brush for contouring the nose. I think it just makes things so much easier. To set our foundation, I'm taking MAC's Fix Plus and we're going to drench our face with this. This is a very important step for me in my foundation routine. And then I'm taking my MAC Oh Darling highlighter to pop onto my cheekbones. I took my OCC eyeliner in the shade Black and I just applied that into my waterline and smudged it out with a flat Morphe brush to kind of smoke out the lower lash line so it's not just one harsh line. After smoking out the black liner, I'm just taking the shade Blood Milk and I'm going to smooth out the lower lash line, make it a little smoky, and then going back in with that pigment that I use on my lid and we're going to apply this to the lower lash line. I went ahead and took my Kat Von D Bow and Arrow liquid lipstick. I felt like since we were already using her products, I could go ahead and pair it with her liquid lipstick, and I felt like this was a really good choice. The color is very soft and very neutral, so it goes well with the eye look. So there you have it, guys. This is the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this fun tutorial, and I hope that you guys go pick up the Kat Von D Serpentina palette. I know you guys will love it. Definitely recommend this palette to everyone who loves a little bit of color. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you take off today. I'll see you guys in my next one.